All right, everybody. So here we go, live with the man, Brent Gove. We're going to have great information right now. I have to tell you, this guy has helped change my family's life and is changing the lives of so many people. He's a great guy, a fantastic real estate agent, a legend. And if you don't know him, then you have not been doing your homework. With that being said, we appreciate the opportunity to speak to the one, the only Brent Gove. Hey man, how
Thank
you
you,
doing?
Brent.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, David. Thank you, Elgin. Thank you, Nate. It's great to be here with you guys.
Man, great, man. We appreciate you so much, and we've got a crowd full of people that are excited to hear your wisdom and to hear the things that you have to say. And man, could you tell the people that don't know you? I just can't imagine people that don't. Just a little bit about your background.
Sure. Are you ready for this? I was born in San Diego, raised in Chula Vista, moved to Sacramento when I was 10, and I grew up in Northern California for the last 44 years. I'm 54, and it's been great up here. Got into real estate when I was 30, put 12 years in at RE/MAX, loved it. I think they just watched my webinar, so they know that. 8 years at Keller Williams, and of course, I've been here at EXP for 3 years and 5 months, and it's been mind-blowing. It's been a great experience.
That's fantastic. Man, what was it that drew you to EXP, Brent?
Meeting people like Nate Butcher and David Acosta, president of NAREP, meet people like you, Elgin, because those people for me were Sheila Fairscheron, Rob Flick, Gene Frederick, Elizabeth Riley, Glenn Sanford, Jason Gessing, Dave Kennord, Stacy on it, all kinds of great people that changed my life. As you said, I had an impact on your life. I met all those awesome people. I go, I like this company. I'm going to give it a shot. So sure glad I gave it a shot.
Right. Nate, go ahead, my friend.
Well, I just want to say, Brent, I really appreciate it. You know, we've known each other for 18 months, and you know, being from coming from Keller Williams in my past too, and coming over, it's been the best thing that I've ever done in my experience. So, you know, there's some people on here that really want to hear. There's agents who want to hear about selling real estate and how EXP is doing that. And then there's some new people here that have never even heard of EXP before. So what I was going to ask you, how do you balance? Can you tell us a little bit about your sales team, how that's working for you, the amount of transactions you do, and also a little bit about how you're helping the company grow and how we are all working together, me and you and David and Elgin, and how we're helping our group grow and really grow the company of EXP.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you bet. I started building my team in 1999, if you can believe that. I've been doing team meetings on Thursday mornings from 10 to 11 a.m. for 21 years. Wow. So I'm an old dog, 4,000 sales under my belt. In fact, tomorrow, you know, not tomorrow, but every Thursday from 10 to 11, we broadcast it live on my Brent Gove business page. So if there's any Coldwell Banker agents out there, RE/MAX, EXP, you're welcome to watch it live. Because of the pandemic, we don't go into the office anymore. So we're doing virtual Zooms so that everybody can share. We're talking real estate. We're talking about helping buyers buy. We're talking about helping sellers sell. We are listing homes like crazy. One of my agents has 8 listing appointments in the next week, listing $1 million homes. On Monday here in Sacramento, we had 175 homes go pending in a day. We are rocking and rolling, and we've been under lockdown for a month. So, you know, pretty much if you haven't got the word, real estate is considered essential. And if your local government hasn't figured it out, just know that from me, you are essential. The economy needs you. That we need to close deals. People need to go shop for furniture and go to Home Depot and Lowe's and buy the stuff for the backyard. So business is booming, and it's awesome. And anyone can participate now in my team meetings. For my personal Brent Gove team, we're about 20 of us. We do a few hundred sales a year. We're rocking it. It's pretty exciting what's going on.
That's awesome. You know, one of the main things that you've really helped me do is, because I have a sales team here in LA too, and I know David does, and so does Elgin. But how do we balance the 3 streams of income, which is so essential to EXP. I mean, that's what drew me here, right? I can still sell my real estate just like I always do, and my business hadn't hit a hitch at all. I'm even selling more property, but I'm also building my rev share through building the company's EXP. And I've been here 18 months, and I calculated yesterday, and I've got $81,000 in stock already. Can you maybe tell how you have taught us, because you've kind of mentored me and helped David, how you've kind of taught us to do all 3 at the same time? While we're selling real estate, we're also bringing in people and growing the company, and we're making 3 streams of income versus the 1 stream of income we were making when we were at our other companies, right?
Yeah, no problem. So the 3 of you are a great example. Elgin was a superstar producer. Elgin, you come from Remax, Keller Williams. Which was it, Keller Williams?
All of that, but I came from
All
Keller
that.
Williams.
All right. Me too. And then Nate, you were Realty Executives, I believe, right?
I was 10 years Keller Williams, and I did move to Realty Executives. I did 10 years in Realty Executives, and then I had no plans of moving until Mr. Elgin Walker called me one day and told me, I actually called him because I saw on Facebook, Elgin Walker went to this new EXP company. What's that all about? And I actually called him up. He met me at a Starbucks and gave me the pitch. Remember, Brent, that's the same day that Elgin pitched me. I drove 7 hours to Sacramento to see you. Same day. Remember that? That was great.
No one's ever done that. You called me up and said, "Is this for real?" Yeah, I go, "I'm in LA. It's 400 miles to Sacramento. I'm coming now." I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And you drove up. I put you up at the Hyatt, and we met for breakfast next morning. My dad was visiting me. I'm like, "Come on, Dad, you got to come meet this crazy man named Nate." And I showed up with my dad. We picked you up, took you to breakfast, and the rest is history. You're building a huge business all over the country. And then, and you were doing like 60 deals a year for Realty Executives, 50 to 60, 70 deals a year. By the way, all of us, including David, you have a huge Keller Williams background. You ascended all the way to the top of the president of, I think, NAREP nationwide. You're a big deal. And how many homes have we all sold over the past? I mean, I've been doing this 24 years. Elgin, how long have you been doing this?
Just 32.
Just 32. Nate?
This is my going on my 22nd year. Yeah.
And David?
17 now.
I knew you were the baby.
Yeah.
I knew he was the baby. That's why I shot to Elgin, Grandpa, and then Uncle Nate, and then me, 24, 17. Look at him. He's just a little baby. But he's a president, baby.
Right.
So if you look at it, we've all sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not a few thousand. We sold a lot of real estate. All 3 of us agree, right? Right, David?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what do we get paid today for all those superstar sales activities of all those years? We'll just go with David, forget us old timers, 17 years of just grinding it out, listing homes, helping buyers buy, sellers sell. It's great. I'm not opposed to it. But how much will you make in the next 5 or 10 years from all those activities, David?
Well, I mean, we've been blessed that they come back to us and refer us people. But other than that, we don't make anything from whatever happened on all that time. And just like
the
you,
referral's great, but we have to go do the work.
yes,
Right? We have to get back on the merry-go-round and go list the home and do all the marketing and all that. So the cool thing about EXP is all I did, because I've got 4,000 sales in 24 years. And what I did was I did one little switch. I mean, I carried 18 to 28 listings. Y'all agree I was fairly busy. That at all times, I usually had a low of 18, sometimes as many as 28 on my books at all times, which means I had 18 to 28 little bosses. You know, what are you doing to market my home? You didn't take a picture of the half bath. If they only saw my half bath, the home would sell. Or you misspelled the word extraordinary, or whatever it is. They nitpick the marketing. And the sign guy put the sign in the wrong part of the yard. And if it's on that part of the yard, the home would sell. And whatever it is. And I love them. It's great. I'm making fun of the sellers a little bit, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And so here's the deal. All I did was I kept going on listing appointments every day. When you have that many listings, you're going to someone's house every day and doing, your marketing and your listing presentation and your appraisal. But on Friday afternoons, I carved out 3 hours And I said, Friday is Expansion Friday. I'm gonna actually build something, not just sell something. For 20 years, I sold stuff at a high level. Got the Chairman's Award from Remax. Got the Diamond Award from Remax. Got to go on stage at Keller Williams and teach at a mega camp, the whole thing with Gary Keller. Got to fly to Austin and hang out with Gary Keller. I have the awards, the plaques, everything from Keller Williams. 2 companies, 20 years, got plaques, got awards, got accolades, got recognition. I'm in the Remax book. I got to be in the Outfront magazine, all that stuff. It doesn't pay the bills today. It wasn't going to help me retire at 60 and go, I don't want to work this hard. And I'm grateful for Remax. I'm grateful for Keller Williams. But that little change where I said, I'm going to call the Nate Butchers, the Elgin Walkers, the Frank Crandalls, the David Acostas, the Kyle Whistles, the Jay Kinders, the Jay Nelsons, all the superstars around the country that are the Tyreek, the new people that are joining us. I'm going to call these people and I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try it for 6 months. 6 months later, I enrolled like 25 agents. It's not a big, crazy thing. But then they started telling their friends and colleagues who told their friends and colleagues. It happens at every company. You're just not compensated for it at every company.
Right.
If you're at Sotheby's and you love Sotheby's and see people go, how do you like it? I go, David, it's great. You should join. And David joins Sotheby's. What is Brent compensated? You could go sell 40 homes at Sotheby's. Sotheby's gets paid 40 times. Brent gets a hug from the broker. We love David. Thank you for sending David. I'm like, I'll bet you love David. Just like in my webinar you guys just saw, they get paid 40 times. I get lunch. I get a steak dinner at Ruth Chris. You know, I traded the cow for the magic beans. Not that you're a cow, David, but you're like, you know, it's like, you know, I'm going to list one home, not work with the builder who can give me 140 listings. And it's all about leverage. So it has been life-changing. So to answer your question, Nate, everyone thinks all I did was recruit. I was so busy selling real estate, all I had time was to recruit, attract, enroll, sponsor agents, list agents on Fridays from 2 to 5. And I called 3 to 5 human beings, had an open, honest dialogue like we're having right here. And 25 of them joined in 6 months, and then I was making $25,000 a month. 13 months later, the rev share was $55,000 a month. And everyone thought I was a genius. It will never work. And then it went to you're lucky. And I've always found the harder I work, the luckier I get, man. Nobody can do open houses. Well, I get out there at 10 and work till 6 on Saturday. Then I'd repeat that on Sunday. I worked really hard, but I also sold 427 homes in a year with my team. And 318 were strangers we met at our open houses because we didn't get there at 1 and work till 4 and say, oh, I'm exhausted. I have a headache. I did an open house today from 1 to 4. It was exhausting. I broke a heel, I broke a nail. Someone ran over my sign. Someone ran over my sign. 3 of them, a neighbor took one. What's the world coming to? I mean, I just bucked up. And so I know I'm being a little, you know, whatever, but you know what? It's been a blast. So that's my advice. Take one day, which you have 7. God's given you 7. You get 24 hours a day. Carve out a period. I didn't do it all day. 2 to 5. Start making, this is a not a capital risk, it's an ego risk. It's all about risking your ego. End of story. And it worked like a dream.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome, and you know I've kind of tried to mirror you. One thing I do want to kind of say to you guys, you know, Brent's been very successful at what he's doing, and you know we always want more people to look at this, and everybody doesn't grow the same way. Brent, you have to admit you did really well, but all of us can go at a certain pace. So I've been in the company about half of the time of you have. I would love to have half of the people, but I don't. But it's still going very well. My residual checks are more than a closing every month now. I've got a couple hundred people in my revenue share group, and I do the same thing that you taught me. I just present. I just tell people how much EXP. You know, when I talk to Elgin, talk to me. I talked to David. I told David how passionate I was about EXP, and it's almost mathematically, it's just statistics, and the people who are drawn to it will come to it, and we all build together. But the one thing that I am just blown away about EXP is what it did for me personally, more than just the money, is the relationships. Because I would have never worked with David Acosta I mean, texting him every couple days. I would have never talked to Elgin Walker every couple days. Now we're always talking, we're collaborating, we go into the world, we meet, we're on Zoom meetings all the time. So, you know, David, I know you're newer to EXP than I am. Elgin, we're a little bit farther along. Brent, so how are you seeing it as you're just kind of getting things started over the last few months? How are you feeling about it?
No, I really think that that more than anything, you guys been fantastic to me and everybody who's in the organization. And I couldn't believe it. Like the other day, I was talking to a newer agent, looking at the opportunity for joining us, and he said, you know, most of the companies they're all about like serving themselves. They don't care about you. They don't care about your business, about the agent. I mean, they're just want to take care of their company and that's it. And I think that EXP overall is different, but not only I think I know it's true, but us here on this organization, I mean, I have seen from the moment that I met Brent like years ago in Sacramento, and then I met him in one of those Gary Keller masterminds. And then later on, I talked to Elgin and you, Nate. You guys have always been very much willing to pour into anybody that comes into our group. And even if they're not in our group, you're still doing it. And you're really sharing your knowledge, sharing your wealth, telling people all the mistakes that everybody has made so everybody can avoid them and then run faster. So for me, has been really incredible how much you guys are willing to contribute, share, put all the pieces of the puzzle together, make it easier for every one of us to go ahead and walk in that path a lot smoother and faster. And I know that you, Nate, have done a lot and always pushing Brent and Elgin and everybody on the company. I know that Elgin, I mean, just like the team suites and everything that we get to enjoy is fantastic. And I'll tell you one thing, Brent, everything and everyone that actually, I remember that I looked at the opportunity 3 years ago and I didn't join. I mean, I wish that I would have started like you all did like long time ago. And I think that a lot of the people that are here for the first time, they're thinking the same stuff. Maybe they heard about it, maybe they weren't sure, but I think that there cannot be a better time with all of it that EXP has grown and what we have accomplished. And at the same time with the new situation and the new way of doing business, I think that this is the right place for all of us. So thank you for that. Thank you. It's been a fantastic ride, and I'm looking forward for everything that we're going to do this year and years to come.
Well, David, we are so excited about helping you. And you guys continue the conversation. I've got to bounce here in just a few minutes. You guys can keep talking. But I want to close with two thoughts. A, we are going to make it an EXP because we have to serve. The only way you can help is by rolling up your sleeves and helping people. I will go to the ends of the earth for you, because if I can help you, I help Nate. If I can help Nate, I help Elgin. So you build a fire in the basement. It's all about serving, loving, caring, giving, and those that can do that, do it well. So two things. Number one, if you're watching this webinar today and this interview here, and you have anxiety about leaving Coldwell Banker or Berkshire Hathaway or Sotheby's or Christie's or Compass or whatever company you're with, I want you to take it, pretend it's this coffee mug here, and put it on the shelf. The idea of you leaving your company, that's off the table. You're not going to leave your company. What I want to encourage you to do is to stay in curiosity about the model, to actually just learn about the model. Don't listen to your manager at whatever company you're from. They're never good. You'll never hear a Coldwell Banker agent say, "I'm so glad you found Sotheby's. They're such a better company." Or you're at Sotheby's and you find Christie's or Keller Williams. They're going to go, "Oh, whew, you found Keller Williams. That is so awesome." No, they're going to tell you every reason why you should join Century 21 or Berkshire Hathaway or Keller Williams or Remax. It's the way it is. Don't be surprised when they tell you why EXP is a terrible idea. They don't want you to leave their team. It's like the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. They're never going to say it's a good thing. So that's number one. Number two, you hit on it, the tipping point. There was a tipping point for Netflix, for Uber, for Amazon. for Trivago, for Airbnb. We all heard about Airbnb. Not renting somebody's house. That's bizarre and weird, right? Now everybody loves Airbnb. They're a $31 billion company. People used to make fun of Amazon. What's Amazon? Well, everybody orders from them now. They're the largest corporation in the world. Uber was goofy and weird. Get some stranger's car. Is he gonna abduct me? Little old Brent, 6'2", weighs more than he should. I'm not getting some stranger's car, but now I got the Uber app. I love Uber because you know why? Uber's uber cool. There was a time when Google was like, is that the best name you could come up with your company? Now we say, yeah, Google it. It sounds normal and cool. Apple, really? You're going to name your tech company after a piece of fruit? Now when you say the word Apple, people think of the finest tech, the best quality in the world. And EXP is coming. Our tipping point is coming. There's almost 30,000 of us now, but there's 2 million agents in North America alone. And we have just over 1% market penetration. You haven't seen anything yet, baby. It is coming. This is a movement. We've had 6,000 agents and brokers join us in the last 90 days. All the stars from Coldwell Banker and Remax and Keller, they're all coming. It is crazy. I've never seen anything like it. And the agents are getting stock. The agents are getting the revenue, not the franchise owners. Right. The franchise owners are out. EXP is in. It's agent created and agent led, created by agents for the agents. So thank you for having me on today. I've got to bounce on another call here, but it was a pleasure to be. What a beautiful group. I'll let the three of you wrap this up. Thank you for having me.
Hey, Brent, we really appreciate it, and I appreciate you coming on. And yeah, I'm going to say something that would embarrass you anyway. So get off the screen, and then I'll talk good about you.
I'm good. I'm working on my weight. Go easy.
So, hey, guys, thank you very much. We just wanted to introduce everybody to Brent. He's kind of the leader of our group, as me and David and Elgin and many others out there. We've got Gil Rocco, Rod McIntosh, all these great, the Laveau, Sean and Jessica Laveau. So when Brent says to you, and I'm glad he's off, okay, when he says that he is there, that man literally will text me back as busy as he is day and night. Elgin and I were talking till late last night. David and I every day. How do we help? This company is built by serving. When I help David, I win and he wins. The relationships that are formed can't be reproduced. I mean, Brent Gove makes money off of me, but you think Brent's not my friend? If he never made money off of me again in his life, he's still going to call me because we have that relationship. And that's what we want to do with all of you. I've been developing that with Elgin and David, and we're all here to help you. And do you guys have any last words? I think this was a great session, and I hope it really helped everybody out there.
So go ahead, David.
Well, I just want to say that there's more that we can imagine in this company. And right now, I believe that the world has changed already, and we have never missed a bit. So offices are working, support is there, accounting, broker, all of that stuff. And we were prepared. I mean, even a friend of mine said to me, is like, do you guys did this on purpose because you guys are really not having any issues like most of the other companies and other brokerages and other people are? And the training has been there. More people are getting used to this and they're really embracing it. So it is fantastic that we can all benefit from this. And like I said, this is just the start. I think that if you made of look at the company before or have looked at it and didn't make a decision, make the decision now. Don't be afraid, and be more afraid of not making that decision, because at the end of the day, you and your family and everything else that is coming in your career is actually gonna have an impact. So it could be a negative or a positive one. I'm looking forward that you make the right decision and you can join us and we can support you and help you and build your business together.
That's right. Elgin, why don't you finish this up?
The one thing I would like to emphasize too is that when you join something and you join a team of some sort, the team works with all the components are working together. It's like a wheel, and if one of the spokes isn't working right, the wheel doesn't roll right. At least not all the time, right? As you can see, with us being able to bring Brent on, that we have access to one of the top people in the country, one of the top people in our organization. Our team is set up and built to help and to serve you. Everyone that you speak to, all the people that are on our team, all the people that are quote unquote like leadership in our team are here to help you. You are not alone. You're not alone. You have as much help as you want. And as long as we are here for you. We want to thank you guys for coming. We appreciate your time. We hope that those of you who have not joined us yet will join us now. And hey, man, the sky's the limit. And the last thing I would like to say is some of the other agent friends that you have, those of us that are already at EXP, reach out to some of your agent friends, man, and give them a hug, a virtual hug, of course.
Yeah.
Reach out to them right now, because I'm going to tell you, there's some stuff going on where there's some people that are not sure where their next deal's coming from. They're not sure how long their company doors are going to be open. You know, there's things happening. And been being around here 32 years, I haven't seen a coronavirus, but I've seen a whole lot of other stuff. And I can tell you that right now, we are definitely not in a shifting market. It has shifted, and it has shifted forever. Yeah. So hopefully you guys have joined us. And for those of us that are here right now, hey, take an opportunity, like Brent said, and not only work on your business, but work your business. You got 3 opportunities here to build legacies for your family. Take advantage of it.